Well, hey there, my friend. How you doing? This is Douglas. I appreciate you cracking up this video. And listen, so you just got through taking a look at the Sizzle presentation, and I want you to see just how impactful in terms of us. We're literally looking to eliminate roadblocks and eliminate hurdle and literally systematize success, much like McDonald's and how they are able to systematize their success with their franchises, having a rinse and repeat system. Because if you notice that a McDonald's franchise, albeit a multi-million dollar franchise, it's being governed by teenagers practically. And so what we look to do with that tool is create a rinse and repeat system of being able to introduce and peak and qualify interest to then arrange a person seeing a full overview. And so it is always said that it's best said to be heard is to lead in with transparency versus hype. And so when you consider that we're looking to rinse and repeat this business model, removing the hurdles and roadblocks for many when it comes to maybe dredging up a sales pitch or dredging up a sales script, okay? We want everyone just through a rinse and repeat process to be able to have multiple deposits coming to them as we create this network effect, everybody doing a one-time execution. But there again, removing the roadblock for us when it comes to people having that hurdle or that trepidation, feeling like they have to actually, make a phone call to invite. Now, if that's your modus operandi and that's something that you're very skilled at doing, hey, do that. But understand that everybody's doing a one-time execution. We want to systematize success. So as you can see, our success is always connected, okay? I just want you to see the brilliance of this tool and why we put this tool in place, because we understand how our success happens here. It happens with us all concurrently receiving passively all along the way, and we want to systematize success. So you see these deposits that literally come to me on a daily basis. I mean, it's been happening this way for me since the beginning of the year, okay? And we want people who are really looking to get on the other side of money, get on the other side of wealth in 2026. We have a system, okay, and a platform that allows us to systematize success where we have ongoing scalable residual cash flow with all of us mutually benefiting. And so I want you to see the notification. See, this is what the notification looks like when somebody's watching it in real time. See, at first it tells us when they started, and then it lets us know when they finish. And when they finish, we send this notification over to the inviter, okay, letting them know that their invitee has completely watched, okay, and now all they have to do is just arrange them, get into a full overview by either inviting them to our Facebook community or inviting them to our Telegram community, or even setting up a Zoom press play presentation that we all have in our back office, okay? We like to use a press play. And so therefore, we're systematizing the introducing, and then the inviter receives the notification. And so to set this up, now this is free. We do this for free to get people's business off the ground. All you have to do is just send us a list of names. And so I just want to play this here real quick. And also I want to turn up my phone so you can literally hear the notification bell go off there when I hit play on this presentation. So watch this.
Hello and welcome to this short presentation. We're so glad you're here.
Sorry.
It's going to be interactive, so
Hold on.
you'll be...
Let me start this over with because I have my phone on vibrate. So listen to my phone make a notification here as I hit play.
Hello and welcome to this short presentation. We're so glad you're here.
Did you hear that? And so when you look at this, we're able to customize.
It's going to be interactive, so you'll be asked to click your screen from time to time to see only what you're interested in seeing. And no matter where you are in the world, whether in a city, on the beach, or even your own backyard, we believe you may one day look back at this very moment as a turning point in your life. So let's get started with a few quick questions. What percentage of consumers do you believe are receiving a residual cash flow from transactions of digital wallets?
So notice how this thing is very engaging, it's very interactive, and the person, the invitee, has the total control to only see what they want to see. But this thing does not move until they engage with it and give it a command to move forward. It is short and to the point. And notice how it's engaging them by making it personal, because it even has their name. Think about everyone seeing their name in this presentation. Now, again, this is not to give a full overview. This is just to introduce and pique and qualify interest to see if a person is open to want to get the full details, to where all you're doing is when you reach out to them after you receive that notification that we send to you, okay, it's going to literally say, like, let's say if you're the one sending it, it's going to have that person's name and then invited by whomever is their inviter, their enroller in the business, okay? So that way we know to differentiate when we receive this notification who to send it to. Again, we're doing this free. We want to get people's business off the ground and get traction going. And literally, as we're rinsing, repeating the system, let me go back here. As we're rinse and repeating the system, we're literally treating this business just like McDonald's has a system running its business. See, McDonald's is not relying on it being people-driven or talent, okay, or talent-driven, right? Because good companies are people and talent-driven, whereas great companies are system-dependent and system-driven. See, people don't duplicate, but systems do duplicate. And so when you remove the roadblock, remove the hurdle for 100% of people that get involved, understanding everyone just only inviting 3 out of their whole network to connect. And we're not talking about you having to constantly involve others from your network. Now, you may be compelled to do that because it'll allow you to scale with more speed and velocity, but no one's having to invite everyone to connect. Everyone just inviting 3 to connect from their network, and I'm going to go and show you how the money takes place. But imagine everyone, as you send us names, okay? We create these sizzle presentations for you, and this sizzle presentation does all the introducing, and then all you have to do is then arrange a person to get in front of the presentation by, like I said, inviting them to our Facebook community or to our Telegram community. And then when they see the presentation, they say, oh, I want to connect and scale and residual cash flow with you, because they understand that this is a cooperative infrastructure to where we're all doing a little, but it's collectively having us all scale in revenue from this day forward, because we're revenue sharing owners. And so we get them onboarded with our done for you onboarding team that gets them onboarded. And then guess what? It is rinse and repeat. Then they send us just a list of first names of those that they want to create a sizzle presentation for. It's going to be totally free for them. And then they then arrange their partners to get to a presentation, and then they get themselves onboarded. And then they're going to do the exact same, rinse and repeat. Okay, sending us the names, and then we send these links to the inviter. So therefore, when the invitee receives it, it's coming from the inviter, like it's a personal extension invitation coming from the inviter to whomever they want to put in front of the information and piquing their interest. That's literally what we're doing. So as I go through the money here, I want you to consider the rinse and repeat system that everybody's doing, okay? Inviting their partners, okay, ultimately to connecting and getting involved with the technology. So watch this. So think about that sizzle presentation that everybody's going to be sharing, inviting at minimum 3 to connect. Now, are there times where we may have to create maybe 10 sizzles or 15 to 30? We like to say, send us first names between start off with 15 to 30, okay? And I believe from the 15 to 30 that we pique their interest and then arrange them getting to a full overview, okay? Then, so think about this. So with the 3 that you invite, right, and have a sizzle presentation sent to them, then they get connected to become a revenue sharing owner. That's going to bring you to $32 residually, okay? Plus you can receive $75 for those connections, right? That's going to bring you a total of $107, okay? And you're done. But watch this. As you were receiving, right? Remember, at the same time, because it's concurrent success, as you're receiving from the connections that you invite, look what happens to your inviter and your inviter's inviter, plus all those others they scale too that were in line previously. We're just only showing the monies for your inviter's inviter, your inviter, and you, and then everyone else coming thereafter. So now, your partners, what are they going to do? They're going to rinse and repeat with that same system that I just shared with you. So they're going to send us a list of names. We're going to send them the links as we create them, totally free. The links are able to get created instantly. And then they're going to pique the interest of their partners to arrange them getting in front of a presentation. And from those that connect, let's just say minimum 3, okay? They're going to receive just like you did. They're done. But look what happens as they were receiving. Look what happened to you and your inviter and your inviter's inviter. That brought you another $231 to your self-custody wallet, and you had nothing to do with sending those invitations out. You had nothing to do with those connections. Neither did your inviter, neither did your inviter's inviter. And it's rinse and repeat. These guys do the same. They're done. Look what happens to everybody else as they are having success. That brings you another $708. Then it's rinse and repeat. These guys here create, we create presentations for their folks, put them in front of the information, then we arrange them to get onboarded, and as they become successful, okay, they're doing a one-time execution. As money is coming to them, it's coming to everybody else in line previously. That's brought you another $2,126, and here it is. Has anybody need to be a guru? No. Has anybody need to be some type of network marketer? No. Has anybody had to do any more work, come out of any more money out of pocket, or have to invite any more others? Everyone has only done what you did, okay, in the very beginning. And it's just been a rinse and repeat, duplication and replication of everybody just doing this. This is what the automation does with everybody scaling all along the way concurrently, okay? So as this thing duplicates and replicates, this is just with everybody just rinsing and repeating the system. We're running it just like a McDonald's because the system works. A system duplicates, people don't duplicate, okay? So when something is relying upon talent, it's only going to really serve just a few. But when you want something to really cater to the masses being successful, this is why we have a rinse and repeat system, okay? So I come back here. Okay? So as a person is choosing this, for example, it moves on.
It's actually 0%. 0% of people are receiving residual deposits from digital wallets. Let's tackle another question.
So see, they have to engage with the information for it to move forward, which is what you want, okay? And look at the professionalism of it. Look how appealing it is. This is the tool that everyone's just going to use, okay? And when you understand that everyone's only having to invite 3 to connect.
What if you could receive a predictable residual cash flow that scales without ever having to sell a single thing?
And so this thing is very short and to the point. It's only 90 seconds long, okay? But the bottom line is that you want a system to where it can be customized, it can be simple for people to use, and it does all the introducing and piquing of interest for you to where now all we have to do is just rinse and repeat, systematizing the process, right? And we're having success all along the way. So watch as I go to my board, okay, to just highlight it even further here. So think about myself. So when I showed you my back office, you guys see why success is constantly coming to me. Let's say myself, I was your inviter. So obviously when you connected, because I sent you a sizzle presentation, now I arrange you to get in front of an overview. And then when you see that we're going to be revenue sharing owners, cooperative partners, as you connect, here it is. Money's going to instantly come to me. Okay? Not only will I receive a residual deposit, but I'll also receive a $25 connection bonus. Not just myself, but my inviter, my inviter's inviter, their inviter, etc. So now, what are you going to do? You're going to send us a list of names. Let's say if that's a Tom, or Roy or Paul, okay? You're gonna send us a list of names. We're gonna create those sizzle presentations for them. It's gonna pique their interest, make the introduction. Then we're arranging them. Now remember, I'm working with you as well, okay? We're working together. So we just want you to systematize the process, because as Tom, Roy, or Paul, whoever, if not all of them, if they get involved, we're going to systematize the process for them. And we want them to see as we're rinsing and repeating this thing. So let's say Tom was one of your partners, right? When Tom connects, look what happens. Residual deposit to you plus $25 connections. I didn't invite Tom, but look what happens. Residual $25 connection comes to me. And then let's say Tom sends us a list of names. Let's say there's an Amy, a Joy, and a Kim. Okay? And then let's say Joy was one of the parties that gets started. When Joy connects, right? What's going to happen? Residual to Tom, $25 bonus. More residual to you, $25 bonus. More residual to me, and a $25 bonus. Folks, this is what it looks like when the infrastructure has a cooperative element to it, to where we're all scaling concurrently together, going up an income escalator. You never heard me come back to me to do any more work, though my money was scaling. You never heard me come back to you to do any more work. Your money was scaling and mine was too, okay? And this money is coming to us instantly. This is real money. This is not points. This is not volume. This is not credits. And these monies are coming residually, folks. So then as these guys, okay, send us a list of names so we can create sizzle presentations for them, we're rinsing and repeating the system. Let's say a Joy knows a Ron. Ron gets connected. What happens? Joy scales, $25 bonus. Tom scales again, $25 bonus. You scale, $25 bonus. And I scale in residual income, folks. So that's the power of having that tool, okay? So we can systematize the success for everyone, okay? And so, yeah, just want to create this video so you can see how it all fits together. And so definitely let's get with you seeing a full presentation so you can get all the full details. But I wanted you to see how this sizzle, how we're using it to systematize success. And you definitely, I'm going to put this to YouTube so you can share it to your partners so they can see how we are just taking this FinTech global cooperative that scales us and perpetual reoccurring revenue. We're just inviting 3 out of our whole network to connect. You can definitely invite more if you want to. But because success is a straight success line here, that's why we're all passively receiving from this day forward. As this thing is duplicating and replicating forward, creating the network effect. The network effect is a phenomenon to where the value grows as the participation of that product or service increases. And not only is participation increasing, value is increasing, but also revenue is increasing. And with this particular model, when revenue increases, we are the revenue sharing owners, okay? You, me, and all those that come on board being partners, revenue sharing partners with this platform, right? Well, guys, I just want just create that video so you guys can understand the magnitude of this. My name is Douglas Ford. As I conclude every time we come together, we just don't want to see you at the top. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you way, way, way over the top. Take care. Be blessed. And send us those list of names so we can create those sizzle presentations for your folks that you want to put this information in front of, pique their interest, make the introduction, and then arrange getting them to a full presentation. It's rinse and repeat, folks. Don't overcook your grits. Don't complicate it. Utilize the system. The system was put in place, okay, for us to streamline this whole entire process, which is streamlining success for you and everyone. Take care.